And I did. Yes, I chose right screen. All right, so
Huzzah!
because I didn't have it labeled right, but that's fine. Well, welcome everyone. We are back. We're gonna keep this train rolling. It's not really a train, but it could be a train
Toot
wreck.
toot.
I don't know. But we're gonna go ahead and do this, or just a dive, a train dive. We'll get to that. But we're using Offworlders by Chris P. Wolf, Olivia Goulin. Make sure and check them out on most of their on the X or Twitter or whatever is where a lot of their stuff is, where you can find what they're doing. But we're gonna call this one Outerlands, using the Offworlders by Chris P. Wolf and Olivia Goulin. So I'm gonna give this right over to this brainchild game master dude up in your top left corner. Patrick, it's all yours, sir.
Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another thrilling episode of Offworlders. I guess technically the Outerlands using Offworlders. Um, just kind of a quick recap. Last episode, our wonderful three of four players here went about searching for information on how to repair the Thunderbird, the starship that sort of resides at the center of liftoff. Through your investigations, you were led to an individual named Guy Ferrari. Be careful not to use the other name. Guy Ferrari, the snazzily dressed bartender of the Starside Cantina. In discussions, you took up a couple of jobs, essentially, that will lead you to the different pieces that you need in order to repair your ship. First being the life support systems in the Olar fields at a shipyard, well, breaker yard, where a ship called the Ultros 2 still may have one intact. Of course, he's looking for a data core as well, part of this job. He'll pay you nicely. Most expensive job you've ever been hired for, but pays the bills. You began your investigation. You headed out to the Olar fields of the Mammoth, and while 3 members of the group, Mia, Renlar, and Buddy, sort of snuck off to scope out to try to find a ambushable DedSec patrol, one sort of stumbled upon your group anyways. Wyatt's misrolled and found lacking with 2 DedSec grunts holding him hostage with guns ready. But before we jump back into the action, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna introduce all of these wonderful people. Should be familiar to all of you by now. Tell me who you are. Tell me who you plan. Tell me your playbook. And let's start in media res. Tell me what the first action of this combat you're going to be taking. We'll go in turn. I've already we'll go slightly out of order. So we're not in combat just yet. But in the preludes to this moment, what is how are you positioning your character? Actually, let's do that instead. And we'll start with Nick.
All right. I'm Nick, and I'm playing the aforementioned Wyatt, the cybernetics psychic. There we go. Words are hard. But yeah, I think Wyatt, well, player is having a hard time thinking of words to say, but Wyatt would probably try and do something. But I think he's going to try and he's just going to try and yank the guns out of their hands.
Okay.
Good enough.
Okay, when combat begins, that'll be your first thing that you're doing. So again, don't be beholden to that. This is just a fun little setup. Let's go with Kat next, the leader of the away team.
I realized I posted the wrong thing in the chat. I don't have smuggle.
You're good. I believe you have
I have shoot first,
shoot
which is about to be really important.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh, I should look at the rules of this again, and then I'm like, smuggle, not Han Solo.
Which is why I realized, as I was saying, wait, no, not combat, because in combat, Cat always gets to go first.
That's
Shoot
right.
first.
I am playing. So I'm Kat. Hi. I'm playing. Oh, I'm already doing well tonight. Woo woo! I'm playing Mia Diamondback Nast of the Outlaw Playbook. Um, she is currently was looking for a patrol to ambush, and it looks like a patrol ambushed Wyatt instead. But they seem to also be really focused on Wyatt at the moment, which gives her an opportunity to do something funny, which is to say, she's going to let the big boss monologue, and then she wants to punctuate it with possibly exploding his head with a bullet. So she's getting into a position to not be noticed so she can do this.
Perfect.
And
Love this.
to give a brief description of what she's wearing, she is wearing an orange hunter's hat with phonies with the no thing through it pinned to the side. Aviator sunglasses, because she's cool. Reflective aviator sunglasses, goes without saying, but I said it anyway. Far too many necklaces, just junky necklaces, just not good. Like her skin is starting to turn green at this point in places, just because she wanted to have the maximum number of necklaces possible. Just a bikini top, leopard print, over which she does have her very awesome jacket with the rattlesnake on the back. Unfortunately, it is covered up by the flag of what is it called? The Core World Authority.
Yes, CWA.
Yeah, so she's got the CWA flag over it, which she's wearing like a cape. She has the dress pants of the blues, but she's cut them off into short shorts and there are pockets hanging out. Long stripy socks and combat boots, because she is a fashion icon. And she is currently preparing herself to shoot a fool.
Okay. Next up, we'll bring it to BuddyBot.
All right, I'm Michael. I'm playing BuddyBot, a robot who's just everybody's pal, except for these guys. He's a big, friendly, friend-shaped, kind of like round robot, big, like huge eyes. Designed to be your buddy, so that's what he looks like. However, he's kind of like junky, salvage, put back together. Including he's got one like construction robot arm and a crazy sawed-off shotgun called the Fifth Horseman, a 5-barrel. Is that we decided it was?
5 barrels, yes.
Yep.
Yes, a 5-barreled sawed-off shotgun. I'm not sure. I mean, it works. It works. All right, we'll just say it like that. It's a heavy weapon.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Right now, he's sneaking up behind those goons that are like sneaking up on the mammoth, and he's just like bringing that up because they're about to hurt his friends. So like, his friendship is not for them.
Okay. And then, of course, last but not least, we have Marvin joining us today.
So hey, I'm Marvin, back from last week, and I'll be playing the warrior Renlar Canargus. He was a former, I would say, employee of the Blues, now turned into an errant monster hunter. Both of mechanical and biological monsters. And humans as well. He's not really wearing anything fancy. I've always imagined Renlar just being kind of like this, I don't know, going shortless with cargo shorts, shoes, and maybe a cloak or something. The only major clothing he has is that skull faceplate he got.
Terrifying. Shirtless Doctor Doom.
Pretty much.
I never expected Renlar to be wearing cargo shorts. That's a
Well, where do you think he keeps all of his other things?
I mean, I get, those nice roomy pockets.
He's got no backpack. He just has a sword on his hip. He has to have to put stuff somewhere.
Oh yeah. And what he's gonna do, he's not a big stealth guy, so he's just gonna stroll up to everyone and just right out in the open, like, come at me.
Okay. This
He's
is going to be
unstoppable.
This is going to be very interesting as we now jump into the scene and jump into combat. I can narrate a little bit more before you guys all sort of pop off and just ruin these guys.
Yeah,
How would
I
you like
mean,
me to proceed?
do you want to finish up the villainous monologue before this guy gets his head exploded?
Yes,
Okay.
I kind of do.
Okay. As long as I still get to get off my cheap shot, finish the monologue.
Okay, 100%. So the two guys that are sort of down there with their guns, looking at you, Wyatt, as you can feel sort of the energy gathering in your palm to sort of disarm these two in front of you. The guy in the back is clearly the leader of the group, mounted on this heavy machine gun. Just sort of like, you fucking city folk, always coming to sniff around places you don't belong. Why don't you just stay there? Why don't you keep scrapping these little edges of the fields here? This is dead sec territory.
That's when she shoots.
He he says that. He looks out of the corner, sees Renlar, and is like, "What the? Make the damage."
Yeah,
Roll.
she takes out the love rifle and takes a shot.
Okay.
Because this is a cheap shot, I get to re-roll a die if it's crap.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've got a 4 and a 2 on the dice so far. I get to add 2, so I'm at a success, which would be an 8.
Yes.
I'm gonna re-roll the 2
Well, of course.
because there's no reason not to. Even if I roll a 1, I'm still at a 7. But I rolled a 5, so that makes it an
success.
11. Full success. Fun thing about cheap shot, it just does all the damage. Armor does not matter.
How much damage does your weapon do?
It does 1d6 plus 1. So let's see what I roll on the d6. Okay, it does 4 damage immediately to him. It might not kill him, but it's gonna at least hurt him.
It's the cheap shot.
That is a cheap shot. If successfully, oh, I'm sorry, it's maximum damage possible.
You don't need to roll.
I didn't need to roll. It's just maximum damage. She just instantly does 7 damage to this fool. Sorry. This move is so overpowered. I was nerfing it myself.
I was very curious, like, why?
No. I
You
did
roll
not.
extra damage die?
Yeah, no. Let's do it. No.
You shoot off. He turns just like the last second to face Renlar. You hit him full in the face, but it's not a brain shot. It is like up and through the side of the face, so it is just gone. Part of his helmet flashes away. He staggers back, still mounted on the machine gun, clearly at the edge of his life right now, but he's still alive with a 1 hit point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't do more than that. So.
And this guy's got armor too, which is really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought cheap shot ignored armor.
It does. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, he's got
Like
one
who-
armor.
So he has armor, but it just doesn't even
It just
matter.
doesn't
Exactly.
matter.
Yes. It would be enough to prevent you guys from like hitting with a heavy weapon on the thing without killing him.
Yeah. Yeah, because it does ignore armor, which means I guess he had 8 hit points, everybody.
1 hit point remaining as half his face is flying off now.
Right. And she just spits and goes, next. It's not like a rifle that she has to reload. I mean, it's a rifle with a clip, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Who would like to go next? I know that we kind of had something we wanted to go do.
I think at that point, like Wyatt just watches that and just like kind of winces for a second, just like kind of that like ooh, and then just lifts his hand up and is going to try and get the rest of the guns. I don't know. I would say that probably requires a roll, but that's just me.
Is this just like telekinesis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm yanking weapons from people, so.
Yep. This will be a
I would say
willpower roll.
Yeah. All right. So I got 9 on the dice plus 2, 11.
11.
Mhm.
These two having like combat style assault rifles, just and the weapons fly up towards you, kind of clattering down next to you. Tide has turned very quickly.
Yeah. With that, I was just like, ooh, might want to be careful about my friends, as I sort of point out.
All right. Renlar, buddy, who wants to go next?
Buddy Bug, you want to take a shot?
Sure. Well, actually, are they all disarmed?
There's still one guy on the machine gun mounted up.
Okay, I think Buddy will shoot at him.
Finish the job.
Finish him.
Look, Buddy's got very high morality programming. I mean, it's faded a lot over the years, but shooting unarmed people is still a bridge too far for him. But this guy's armed, so he'll do it. All right. So for the shoot, it's just his agility.
Yes.
All right. It's a big old 0. See how he does. Wow. That's an 11.
Nice.
Getting a lot of
roll
weapons.
damage.
All right. The damage, it's a heavy weapon.
Yes.
So it is 1d6, I believe, plus 1.
Is it
2?
Is it 1 or? Yeah, I think it's 2.
2.
Heavy weapons are plus 2.
Okay, sounds good. All right, giving it the roll here. Wow, that's really good. 7 damage.
Oh,
He does have
after
knockback too if he's
half
still alive.
his face getting blown off, his torso is removed. Just 5 shotgun blasts fire off. He's like hanging on the turret and kind of like part of his body is still hooked on essentially, but he is dead.
Whoa. So Buddy Bot just like, he walks out, boom, the shell goes flying, this guy's evaporated. And then he just kind of looks at the other ones who are hopefully disarmed. But if they got any secondary weapons, he's like, "Hey guys, try something. I dare ya."
Yeah, you open the breech of your 5th horseman and 5 shotgun shells eject.
Oh, it does all 5 at once?
Does all 5 at once.
Wow. I wasn't realizing we were going like the Doom like super shotgun roll.
Oh yeah. 100% that's a heavy shotgun.
All right, wow. Yeah, all 5 of those shells go like.
All right, Renlar, there's still 2 guys there who are currently disarmed.
Currently disarmed. Well, should I make that permanently disarmed then?
Oh man.
Up to you.
Hey, we're trying to steal their uniforms, so
Yes, we should keep their uniforms. But do you see what happens when I appear? You are so distracted by my magnificence that your entire group fell to the ground before us. Well, bow down some more, surrender! Or else that will happen to you. And he points to the guy on the machine gun.
That is a willpower check. I need you to roll.
Right. I don't have manipulation, so this is straight willpower. Already goes well. 6 and a 3 for 10.
10, yeah. They like look back towards you with your your monologue, and they're just like, yeah, no problem. They sort of step to the side. You have 2 captured dead set guys.
I think with that, the guns just sort of float and are sort of pointed at them.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
It's like, in case you guys try something.
Yeah, not a problem. Not gonna try anything.
So we're looking for a particular needle in this here haystack and figured you might just be helpful on account of how persuasive we are.
Do we get to live?
I was planning on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll help you try to sit through this haystack to find that needle.
She kind of puts the rifle behind her head, like that. I was like, well, the thing is, I wasn't listening that much on the meeting briefing, but Wyatt probably knows.
Well, gotta find the notes. Where'd the notes go? No.
By the way, it was Renlar during the meeting where we were told what we were doing. It was pretty obvious Diamondback was paying zero attention to it.
So, right, I have a short-term memory myself.
Paid attention whenever he brought up killing somebody. Apparently, though, he's not hiring assassins.
Nope.
He does hire fixers, but not to those particular types of problems.
Jeez. So yeah. In your little circling around this area, you haven't found a ship by the name of the Ultros 2, have you?
Yeah, Road Warriors base, yeah.
Road Warrior Space, yeah. Well, we're hoping to get there, maybe grab a few
Yeah,
things.
2 data cores.
Well,
Don't
the data cores are
necessarily.
secondary.
They don't necessarily need to know what we're grabbing. We just need to get directions from y'all.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to be helpful. My apologies.
I know, buddy.
It's what you do.
Yeah, that the ship is maybe about 10, 15 miles. Kind of gives you general direction that way. Can't miss. It's really the only intact ship in the yard right now.
Yeah.
And, he's got flags. He's got a base around it. Those sort of things.
Any secret way in that y'all know of? Any blind spots?
Not that I know of. No, we just go through the front door.
She looks at the they came in on a vehicle. Is that right?
Yeah, they came in on a pickup truck with a machine gun mounted on the back.
Okay. So here's my suggestion. I think we need to take their ride in. It's going to be less noticeable.
And use their uniforms.
Correct. Although that's only going to apply to 2 of us. And she looks at the people wearing uniforms and are they both men?
Yeah, they're both men.
Because the one that's totally ventilated, there's no salvaging that.
No.
That is
not particularly, no.
So I feel like we outfit the 2 of you, maybe.
Sure.
Are we doing the false prisoner gambit?
I mean, well, does the truck have towing capability?
The truck doesn't, but your mammoth does.
That'd be harder to do.
I mean, they got mammoths there.
Yeah.
And how do you think they tow the shit? I think they tow the trucks and stuff.
True.
So you're saying a mammoth won't necessarily be that noticeable?
No, they got like half a dozen of them at a given time.
It'll fit in perfectly.
I'm imagining these guys are down on their knees right now, or am I wrong in how I'm visualizing this?
I mean, they can be down on these, otherwise they're just kind of like sitting down.
Yeah.
Like,
I did tell them
taking
to
off
bow
their
down.
like guard to like hand over you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I appreciate how accommodating y'all are being.
Well, we don't want to die, so
I mean, obviously we're gonna have to take your wheels because we don't want you immediately going back and telling everybody about us.
That's fine. I'll get picked up on the next patrol, anyways.
Right. Well,
Oh wait, we won't sound any alarms at least for 10, 15 hours.
Could
about how much we need.
use the chemist.
Is there a place in the Mammoth where we could put these guys?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Well,
There's like a bunch of like storage. Like this is
Okay.
I don't. Maybe you guys don't understand how big this fucking thing is. This thing is like the size of one of those massive like haulers of like gravel and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you're basically, you could live inside this thing. Like this is like, there are cabins. There's like a small mess area. There's the big open bay to put vehicles and heavy objects in, cranes, cables, those sort of things. This is a hauling craft.
So here's
mammoth.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's the thing is, we can't really leave you out here to be picked up by a patrol, so we're going to tie you up and put you in the Mammoth. Don't worry. We're going to let you go later. I mean, unless they kill us, in which case you'll slowly starve to death in the back of the Mammoth.
Okay, sure.
So, hope you should hope that we win, I guess. Or just get our mission done. Either way.
Certainly, yeah.
Yeah. I'm guessing she knows how to tie somebody up.
Oh yeah, no, you guys. There's no need to roll for this.
Tie him up, put him in the mammoth.
Yeah, you just like chuck him into one of the storage units.
Yeah. Gag them
wonder
so
if
they
it's-
can't scream.
Ooh, well, I could knock him out with some chemical work.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if you wanna.
I think we've traumatized them enough. Haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, drugging them, yeah, might be a little much.
It
All right,
seems
we'll just let 'em-
excessive, but then again, she does
Hey.
look at the guy that's just goo in the back of the machine gun nest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as I said, traumatized enough. They'll
Yeah.
have to live with that in the back of their minds for the rest of their life.
I wonder if I could salvage that machine gun real quick. Like, would it look
Oh,
weird
you,
if
like,
I
add it to
took off
ours?
if I took off the machine
You
gun?
already have machine guns mounted in this fucking thing.
Well,
you don't even
just sort
pair
of-
like heavy like squad action weapons on each side, like on like pivot mounts.
Gotcha. So,
If you want to
mean-
just like disassemble it, take some time, but yeah.
yeah, kind of just even
Do
just to
we?
sell.
I mean, do we want to really? How long did we really want to spend out here? They said other patrols come around, so
That's true. That's fair.
We should really get moving.
Could have been good thing to sell.
Save it. We
Oh.
can take it on the way out.
yeah. I mean, look, we're driving the car and we're driving the, we're driving the mammoth in too.
True.
And speaking of
Fair.
who wants to drive the car,
Well, if we're in disguise, it would be better for either me or Wyatt to drive in, wouldn't it?
yeah, I feel like you maybe the both of you,
Yeah.
one driving, one in the nest.
I don't really know how to drive. Wyatt?
Not much of a pilot, but I could probably. Can't do much fancy, but I could probably do something.
This thing's easier to handle than the mammoth. I guarantee you that much.
I thought we were taking the mammoth.
We're also taking the mammoth.
Mhm.
We're taking the truck. We're taking the mammoth. We're taking them both.
But I thought it was that the mammoth was going to be hauling the truck.
Oh, okay, we can do that.
Yeah, seems easier. So we'll go in with the mammoth. Wyatt, you'll drive the mammoth. I'll be in the nest. Mia, buddy, where will you two be?
I'm gonna drive if we're only taking the mammoth.
All right. So the plan is we just kind of get closer and scope things out, or do you want us to should we infiltrate using the false prisoner gambit?
I know you're really fond of this false prisoner gambit, but
No,
I just
just
kind of feel
say
like
that
we should
we're-
just sneak in.
No, we just drive
That
in,
works
say
too.
that we're taking this car in.
Oh, yeah, good point. I mean,
Yeah.
Wyatt, you're good at lying.
Oh yeah. I mean, they'll just let us drive right on. I hope so.
So we have a
But
plan?
just in case, and he'll load 5 shells into the 5th horseman and then dramatically snap it shut.
You are disturbingly in love with that shotgun, buddy.
It was it seems like a passion project for Buddy.
And he did kind of put it together.
Yeah.
It
Anyway.
represents our friendship.
Let's get in there. And like I
Yeah,
said, Wyatt,
do
I'm
it.
expecting you're going to be on talking our way in duty.
Probably do that.
All right.
Pistols and elbows.
Broom broom.
So you hook up the truck and you drag it kind of back into the
Yeah, although I will
Mammoth.
note that before we take the truck back, she does do damage to it, so it's believable as to why it's being towed.
Fair enough. What type of damage are you trying to do?
I mean, probably just both of the front tires, taking them out.
Yep.
Because at the most, there's only one replacement tire on this thing.
Easily, yes.
I could also really quickly do some minor things on the on the inside of the engine block or something like that would sort of mess it up so that it doesn't run per se, but could be easily fixed.
Oh, okay. We could do that instead. Sure. She puts away the ice pick before she stabs the first tire.
I this is gonna be an agility check to try to finesse your psychic powers into breaking
okay.
a single piece.
Well, I was just going
Once
to
you
do
want
it
to
like,
shatter stuff and break stuff, that would be
He
a
might have just been planning to use his tools.
yeah,
Oh, that's also fair.
yeah,
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense actually.
yeah. I mean, I understand the agility, but
I'd say
yeah.
this is probably then an intelligence.
Okay, sure. And I'm guessing I can add tech to it.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, that is 6 and a 3 so far. Oh yeah, with the intelligence, it's a 10. I don't even.
Exactly.
No
Yeah.
crit fishing?
No.
Nah.
What? There's no reason to crit fish this. That's just a weird time to do it.
It would just put it as a Nick success.
Yeah.
Like, what are the total successes versus a critical success on this? It's splitting hairs. A mixed.
I know. This is me, the DM, trying to tempt you into making bad decisions.
Yeah.
Or into
Okay.
good ones. You never know. As
I
you
can make
load it up, and you can do this while you drive. You sort of pop it open and mess around, get into the engine block, and then just take a hammer and or break a piston. The piston rod, just shatter it, put it back together.
Hey, Wyatt, if they ask about me, you should just say I'm a new recruit because I'm crazy as a bag of ferrets.
Sounds about right.
All right.
You can say I'm a friendly robot who loves fun and taking care of his friends.
Or you could just sort of be in the back, out of sight.
Sounds good.
Anyone ask about me, I'm just gonna stare them down. I'm wearing the mask the entire time.
Okay, even you've got like the DedSec like leathers and stuff on.
And also the mask. It's scary. He's a scary guy.
Scary guy.
Yeah.
Scary guy.
It
I don't
doesn't
think we're the
come
good
off.
guys, Patrick.
I didn't think you guys were the good guys either. You're just the better guys.
Yeah.
Buttybot might be the good guy, but
We're,
He doesn't. He's better because he doesn't kill unarmed people.
Yeah,
we're in.
honestly, I don't know if Mia would have
Yeah.
killed the unarmed people either, to be honest.
That's fair.
I mean, I'll scare the shit out of them, but I'm not gonna kill any unarmed people. There's
Like
no
I said,
challenge in it.
You're
We're
the better
anti-heroes.
guys.
We're anti-heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering I'm
Don't-
dressing her as an assemblage of anti-heroes, yes.
But about after about 30, 40 minutes of this thing does not move very fast, but it does do a lot for you. You begin to see kind of winding through other sort of rusted out hulks of large starships that have been mostly broken down into with las with las saws, just chunks of metal. You come to one here that is still largely intact. The CWAN, the Swan Ultros 2, a massive troop carrier that seems to have been mid-braking when the planetary quarantine had fallen. The engine and the weapons were stripped away prior to the quarantine, and much of the larger exterior platings have been carved away. So, still, it's not like bare bones. Like the heavy plate they would use to protect, against ship attacks, is largely gone. Called off as scrap. You see that there's a walled encampment that has been built around the hangar entrance. Even from this distance, you can kind of see like any exterior bulkheads have been welded shut with ship-grade armor to prevent people from sneaking in. Though these are more recent, like these are like maybe the past couple of years. Seems that Road Warrior has turned this wrecked starship into one hell of a base of operations.
And the wrecked starship is what we're trying to get the stuff from, right?
Yes, this is the Ultros 2.
Besides the data core, can I have a quick reminder of what's the thing for us that we're looking for?
Life
The
support.
life support
Life support.
systems.
So okay, sounds good.
The life support and data cores. That's what we're looking for.
Yep.
All right.
Presumably, we brought things that are the right size for taking them, because I have no idea, like, the size of the stuff we're trying to take.
I don't think the group really knows.
I mean,
We'll
the
see.
mammoth. is
Wyatt
big.
might know, but other than that, no.
I probably would know at least like what the life support system would look like in theory.
In theory, supposedly, yes. Make me a intelligence check.
But this also use tech.
Yes, this would.
We're at a 6 and a 4, so 11.
Based on the technical specs you've seen, and like what you can kind of figure out through the ship's database that still kind of remains there, a lot of these starships have plug-and-play components. Like they're large, basically modules that you can just kind of yank out and put into another starship of similar reactor size. You might need to do a bit of modification to make this one work, but not impossible.
Round about how big do you figure it is, Wyatt?
Probably. I don't know. I'd probably got a cart in the back that we might need.
It probably would take up the entirety of the backspace here.
Quite
Okay, so
large.
it's big. We're not just gonna pick it up and carry
Yeah.
it.
No.
I'm sure
But
there's like a
driving the mammoth into there is also impossible, so we're gonna need something to carry it out with, right? Basically,
Essentially, yes.
yeah.
I mean, would you say we would have like a hand cart, like that we could sort of like?
It sounds like we might more accurately need like a loader.
There may be
Yeah.
things on the ship that may be here that I've designed to help you with this task.
Okay.
I'm not gonna just like, I wonder how you can get this big old piece of technology
I
out of
wonder.
the starship into your other one.
No,
Like,
but I
got a
think
plan.
that Diamondback would want to know beforehand, like how big is the thing that we're planning to get out of here, you know?
Dimensional
So it's
specs.
big.
Yeah, it's big.
It's big.
Good thing we got the mammoth.
Mhm.
We
Uh,
got the mammoth.
Yeah.
all right, Wyatt. I think we are getting there. It's probably going to be lion time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just in case, Wyatt will put up his sort of scarf over his face, just in case anyone has said anything about us.
Okay. As you pull up to the gates, you can hear that your like the radio inside of your the mammoth driving cabin buzzes, like someone's trying to contact you.
Yeah, he'll sort of activate it and just like
You're gonna get
wait.
in?
That was the plan. Yeah.
I'll
We're,
recognize your plates.
Yeah, we're sort of new here, but yeah, we picked up one of your guys' trucks one of our trucks that seemed to be not working, not starting up. Like something wrong with the engine, I think. So.
All right, roll me manipulation.
Yeah.
Or roll me willpower. If you have manipulation,
Willpower
that works
manipulation. Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh no, 5 and a 1 so far. So I'm gonna re-roll
Oh.
that one.
Let's see what
Ooh.
we roll. There's another one.
Another one. But
Another.
That
it's an
still
8.
makes it a partial success
8.
with
Yeah.
you, right?
It's an 8. Yeah.
Partial success.
It's not that bad.
Are our guys still on board?
Yeah, they're in the back.
All right. Here, the line goes dead and the gates begin to open.
Carefully drive forward.
Yeah,
It's
as
not to
you-
question you, but I mean, they're tied up in the back right now. I mean,
I didn't say. I just said they were in the back.
no, I'm just, well, whatever. She shifts it into gear.
As you sort of head into this water encampment, you see that this is like the exterior sections are largely staging grounds for whatever activities this gang is getting up to. You see there's a number of different vehicles, including some mammoths that have looked to be some sort of like one is clearly like the same capacity that you're being used in, sort of haul in a larger, heavy truck that seems to have been damaged. One has like a cattle catcher welded to the front, and seems like a battering ram like built into the back of a pneumatic one. Like they just roll up and just like punch holes in things with the battering ram. It's like breaking an entry essentially, on a mass scale. Other sort of key things you see here. There's clearly some sort of like fuel silos over near like the entrance into the ship itself, chained off, a tarp over the top, kind of like protected in some fashion with guys posted out front of it. And the other is a like a multi-cab public transit bus that windows have been blacked out, and you see scribbled on the side, "Mobile Magazine." You see guys like walking up and chit-chatting with the guy at the front, who then comes back with a case of ammo, essentially, for them.
What are we looking at for total numbers here? Like 20, 30, 40?
Couple hundred.
Oh, okay.
Couple hundred. Okay.
Not out here
Oh,
directly, but
boy.
like in the base, at least a couple hundred.
Yeah, how many are currently out in the courtyard, though?
30, maybe 40.
Okay.
Like
If I could
this is
find-
not like the extent of their entire fleet. You can see into the actual hangar, and there's a lot more cars in there.
Before we started heading in, because Wyatt now told them that the people are tied up in the back, could I have said something to Buddy?
Sure.
Sure. I have an idea of myself, but go ahead.
Please let me know what your idea is, because my idea is drug them now so they can't immediately talk.
That's a good idea.
What
I
was your
also
idea?
think- Oh, well, thank you. But you're the one who provided some support to them. That makes you a good friend. I would say, and this, like, I'll say this to everybody, that we can drive by that munitions truck, and we could plant some kind of a remote charge on it. When we leave, we could detonate it, creating a humongous explosion. That would be the perfect distraction.
We could do that for when we're leaving, sure, but we still need to them to not be able to talk to the two guys in the back who we just told them about.
Yes. I'll go ahead and drug them now. So do I need to do the chemist power here? I think it requires a special roll.
Yes, I would say so.
Okay, come on.
Actually, it's no specific role. It's just
Oh,
spend
yeah,
a
this is
supply.
Yeah.
Okay, so you spend a supply, produce a single dose of a medicine, chemical, poison, or biological agent. So yeah, I'll just do one of I'll call it like Buddy's night drops. If you guys ever have trouble sleeping, please take one of these. They're hopefully not habit forming.
I don't do drugs. I do people.
It is slow acting. To take full effect takes 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay. Well, they're gagged, so they'll be making that much noise, I guess, during that time.
Oh, my worry is simply that people are going to ask for the guys that are currently tied up in the trunk.
I will say, like, in the process of administering, like, they're loopy.
Okay.
Because it's not like it doesn't take effect for 45 minutes. It's just like, to full unconsciousness is a process.
So what, you got a good lie for why they're currently in their underwear and high as a kite? Just we found them like
Yeah.
that?
I'm sure dead set people party like that all the time.
Yeah, they while they were waiting, they decided to partake of some drugs that they found on or actually no. They found some mushrooms and had a time with them.
You, Mia, you're still driving, correct?
Yeah, she's driving. It's just,
You see a guy in DedSec gear sort of like come out like in front of you and sort of wave you, like flag you down to park in a spot.
okay, she'll park there.
A couple of guys board the back of the vehicle, right where the broken car is. One of the DedSec guys sort of walks up and has a clipboard with him, some scribbles on it. Ooh, this thing's seen some better days. Where's the other crew at? Where's Mike and John?
Yeah, they're right over there. Just to let you all know, when we found them, they were kind of loopy, saying some weird shit. I think they got into some weird plants. You know how it is to pass the time.
Yeah, certainly. Now gestures to two guys who they're not actively holding weapons, but their weapons are on slings and hands, near the ready. You gotta check on these two guys sort of sliding open the door into the small mess. I need you to make me a willpower check, Wyatt.
Sure.
Presumably also manipulation again.
What I get, yeah.
Yep, this is definitely manipulative.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that's outside of the thing. Okay, so we're currently sitting at a 4 and a 3.
Not so bad.
It's a 9.
Yeah, you re-roll the 3.
I'll re-roll the 3.
Okay. See what happens.
50-50 chance?
4-2. So 8.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't make it worse.
Didn't make it worse. Nope.
They look over these two guys and we look at them. Come back and kind of whisper something into the guy who with the clipboard's ear. All right, you I don't recognize your crew here. Is it first time here at the encampment?
Yeah, we got started with out of character. What was the place that we originally got the mammoth from?
That would have been the Wichita Automotive Dealership.
Okay. Yeah. So we were recruited, but down at the automotive dealership. Yeah. So we haven't really been out here before. So.
Okay. Oh, welcome to the team.
Thank you very much.
Mia's going to get out of the mammoth at this point. She does it by not opening the door. She just rolls down the window, climbs out the window, and then kind of does a flip onto the ground.
Your friend okay?
What's
going on here?
She's a thrill seeker.
That's like a 10-foot drop. That's a fucking big drop. Be careful when you're doing that. These things are treacherous to ankles.
Well, I mean, do you want me to roll to see if she executed it okay? I can.
No, I'm fine. I think it's funnier this way, just it's like Chekhov's gun, so the next time you do it, you have to roll. Because now it's on your mind, that's right, it is a 10-foot drop, isn't it?
I'm a relatively fearless sort of individual. Hey, since we're new to the gang, she's got her baseball bat out now and she's leaning against it. Since we're new to the gang, is there an initiation ritual? Am I going to get jumped into the gang? Is that what's going to happen?
No, not particularly. I mean, I assume that Road Warrior put you through the works already with a race.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes, quite the race. It was.
Head on inside the garage and head on inside the hangar. Go to Bay 33, and then help these guys at the medical.
Sure thing.
So we're moving out.
Oh yeah, we also found a scrap bot out there who's gonna help us haul them.
I'll pop out and give him a big thumbs up, and be like, I love DedSec, I love mayhem, and I love to party.
I bite. You don't need to go that hard. We get it.
All right.
Like, we found you. Certainly, you don't need to like do the song and dance.
That's my programming.
And if we're hauling these guys out, Renlar's gonna help. So
Not
no-
just yet. You have to get inside the hangar.
Gotcha.
By the way,
Um,
where do y'all like? Because I'm new. Like, where do y'all get those nifty uniforms? Can I get one?
Kind of just find them.
You just find them out there and just put them on.
I mean, like, just find them in the base.
Okay, so you find them in the base. So where
Yeah.
are they in the base?
Looks at this one. It has like someone else's name on the inside. I took somebody else. I took his today. That's what happens.
Okay.
First come, first serve.
Yeah.
All right, going inside. He sort of steps down and pulls out a walkie-talkie and
She'll climb back up into the vehicle to drive inside.
you see as he sort of sits down, he sort of scribbles something on the board and then radios something in.
Could I try and listen in on that?
Certainly, this will be a intelligence check.
6 and 4 plus 1.
He sort of radios in and says, "Because I'm told the boss we got some masks potentially in the base. Yeah, this robot with a shotgun, guy with a bot mask, girl with a bat that says freedom, and guy with metal arms. So yeah, tell the boss about him too."
Great. All right. Can I like do sort of a stroll around the place and head to that munitions truck?
Certainly, yes.
All right. And then as I'm going, I'll spend a supply here, but I'll just like kind of nonchalantly slap an explosive on like the underside of it. Hopefully out of sight, but you know, a little charge when we're leaving. I can use the chemist for that too if you want me to, or spend some more supply. I got 2 out of 3.
Yeah, go ahead and use supply.
Okay.
I do require a roll for this.
All right. What's it
Like,
gonna
to
be?
be able to hide it.
To not arouse suspicion.
Oh, great. Okay.
I think this is going to
Please
be a
don't say
willpower
willpower.
check.
I was like, don't
'Cause
say
you're-
willpower. just say
I mean,
willpower.
that or agility.
Okay. Well, I'd rather it be agility, which is a 0 as opposed to -1.
Yeah, go ahead and take your
But-
agility roll.
All right, let's do it. All right, agility is just a flat roll.
Yes.
Get rid of the plus here. All right, come on, 2 dice. Let's roll them. All right, very bad. Oh wait, can I add science or tech to it?
No, this would have been like sneak or something.
How bad is it?
It's a 5.
Well, that's very bad.
It's
Um,
quite bad. I get to mark experience at least.
Yep.
I have a
Mark
quick,
potential.
before you mark experience or anything else, because I was going to ask this question earlier. Is my lucky trait something I can only use on me, or can I use it on somebody else?
Very good question.
Oh, that's super cool.
The way it's written, I'm asking for a DM call. And whichever way you say it, Patrick, I am cool with. I know sometimes I push back on this shit, but this is genuinely me asking, like, dear DM, say yes or no. Does lucky work this way?
I'm gonna say. I think the intention is for only your rolls for you
I think
to be
so
lucky.
too. But yeah,
I like where
agree.
your head's up, but I don't know the consequences of saying yes. You can use it on other people's rolls.
Yeah.
That's really bad. It's like I don't know the consequences.
Yeah, I mean, narratively, it also doesn't really make sense, but
Yeah.
I thought it was worth asking before the bad thing happens of, can I prevent the bad thing?
Yes, that is a fair ask, and I appreciate you asking.
Okay.
Like where your head's at. You walk over and you're like walk around the thing, and you have this little slapdash chemical bomb. Where are you trying to hide it?
It's just like kind of the underside of the truck, the place people won't usually look.
Okay. You sort of like slap it underneath the frame of one of these buses. Someone says, "Hey, what are you doing over there, bot? What are you doing over there, bot?"
Oh, I'll spin around and just be like, performing routine maintenance, sir.
That's gonna be a
Yeah, we ain't got no bots like that here.
Sorry. I'm just following my programming, friend.
He
I
walks
try to look like I'm
over.
a malfunctioning.
He walks over to you and kind of shoves you back a little bit, and then begins to
Whoa.
feel around for what you put down there.
Can the rest of us have maybe noticed by this point?
You have noticed that Buddy is not there.
Oh, okay.
I did give him a heads up as I was heading over.
So he's not there. He hasn't come back yet, but you know he was by the bus.
Jeez.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna metagame that and say that I have any idea where he is.
Yeah.
I think she would honestly just be waiting for him to come back.
I probably would have given him like a few minutes, and then if that didn't happen, I would just sort of
I think
power walk my way over there just to see what's
Yeah.
going on.
I think right now Buddy's on his own though. Like
Yeah.
this
All
is too
right.
fast for us to have noticed, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Sure.
Well, is there anybody else around besides this guy?
You're on the back side of the bus. It's just currently you two.
All
There
right.
are
As
people
he's
on the
bending over
bus,
to
but
look
like
under
no
it,
one is like all the windows are blacked out and painted over.
Buddy's gonna give him a little neck jab of the night juice.
It does take time to act.
Well, it'll make him all weird and loopy, and then I'll punch him out too.
Yes, you can use your last supply to.
Yeah, I got no supply left, but it's worth it. If this should I roll for this, like, sticking him in the neck as he's bending over?
I don't think you need a roll for that. Because obviously he'll immediately know something is wrong. He's just going in the neck with a fucking needle.
The general rule: if somebody stabs you with a hypo, you notice.
He's stabbed with the hypo. He's like, "Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you?" And you can see like some of the effects have kind of begun to kick in as it like surges. Like you hit him in the neck, it's very close to the heart. It begins to pump quickly. He's currently in a state of dazed right now. If you have anything you'd like to do, otherwise he's gonna try to like
definitely
stumble
grab
away.
him with the wrecker arm and smash his head against the side of the vehicle to try and knock him out.
Okay, this will be a strength check.
Okay.
It does
Hopefully
have
this will,
robot strength.
I do, which gives me a +1. All right, come on, give me some good luck here. All right. I don't think I can reroll anything with this. It's a 4 and a 2 +1, so a total of 7. So just enough.
You grab him, smack him against the side of the bus. Everyone hears this. There's a loud bang.
Mm-hmm.
As you hear voices on the side, like, "Hey, yo, someone go check that out!" And you can hear foot beginning to sort of descend outwards to this.
I'm out of night juice, you guys.
Okay, well, I feel like the loud bang got our attention.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hey, Patrick, you remember the Chekhov's gun thing?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, make me athletic. Make me a. This is definitely a strength check.
It's not agility to like land it like an acrobat. It's an acrobat move.
Yeah, actually, no, yeah, I'd say this is an acrobatic move. If you have athletics, you can add it. You can
She does. Yeah. Okay, I've got a 6 and a 1. I'm going to re-roll the 1.
Okay, can't get worse.
Can't get worse. I did get up to a full success, as that I re-rolled it and got a 2, and then I add 2, so that brings it to 10.
You slither out of the window, drop down again, and like in that moment of dropping, you're like, "This is kind of a high drop," and you hit the ground. Very, as using as much as your body to sort of like roll into it.
Mhm.
Someone nearby sort of claps and say, "Hey, that was fucking killer."
Thanks. I think my robot might be malfunctioning and she's gonna go into a hard dash.
All right, I've got an absolutely insane idea that could maybe help you guys. I'm holding the spotlight for a while, so maybe I'll pass on after this. I want to jump to this is a truck ready to explode. I want to rush over to the cockpit of it, get inside, hijack it, and drive it out of there, leading all the guards out in a crazy chase. And then my friends can go do their job while I'm speeding around, hopefully lose them,
That's
then jump off at some point and blow it up behind me.
Well
such
done.
an insane idea. And I
Yep.
love it. So
Okay.
much can go wrong here. You dash around the corner. You see Mia heading a direction. You see Wyatt heading a direction. I don't know Renlar. I don't know what Renlar is up to.
I've taken up a conversation with some like-minded people around the base. We're just drinking tea, just chilling.
Okay,
Wondering
I
what the
really,
hell's going on.
I really love that. Like the
100%.
cousin's
Yeah.
mad dashing to like see what the
I-
hell's happening with the
yeah,
robot
I
while
do-
you're just.
Yeah,
Renlar's just sipping some
I
tea.
like-
I do
would
feel
like-
like
Can I roll survival for this, maybe? See how well I can just blend into my surroundings?
This will be a willpower check. He's trying to manipulate.
But I feel like Wyatt would have said like what he heard over the radio. So there's that. So you do know that they know that we look suspicious.
Yeah.
So I'll have to cut the conversation short. Well, this has been pleasant, all of you. I'm glad to have met you, Greg, Wilma. I hope you two will just, I don't know, have the best of life.
Yeah, they sort of like give you high fives and hugs as you walk away.
Yeah,
Or hurry
cousins
away.
tearing by in the background.
Good people.
Buddy, you get around the side of the bus. There's about 7 or 8 guards. Not guards, so these dead set guys, like clustered around the front entrance. Sort of like looking concerned as like someone's trying to push out to go check on what's happening.
Great. So do I have like a communications with everybody so we can talk?
I mean, I feel like you see us running towards you, right
see,
now.
You see your group heading towards you right now.
Okay, Buddy's like, idea. My distraction is, or my attempt to make a distraction when we leave could be a distraction for right now. I could get in this car and steal it and drive away as fast as possible. And they could peel out after me, and then you guys can get the core and the life support. And then I'll try and ditch the car and work my way back to you.
Where are you making this
Oh, yeah, where are you
communication
making
from? As a
this-
matter of curiosity, because
Who had the communication devices from 2 games ago?
Not me.
well, I feel like at this point it has to be Wyatt and Renlar because that
Yeah.
just happened, right? Or no?
But we
I mean,
had
we
Well, I was
can.
asking, do we have them? If not, like, I'm just doing it.
Yeah, so you can still have them.
Okay.
They're short
Yeah.
range.
Okay.
You like I'll say Buddy bought you have one and that Wyatt has the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have it on my sheet.
Yeah, I'm just like, because if you're saying this while standing next to these guys, they're definitely going to hear what you're saying.
He's like up against
Oh,
the
I'm like
front
saying
of the
this, I'm
thing
like
and
running around the other side trying to get to the cockpit of the
Yeah.
car.
Are Wyatt and Mia there now?
yeah, you're there.
Like to where there are all the guards?
Uh,
Or
yeah. You guys are all currently there together.
okay.
Um,
Hey, heard a loud bang over here. What's up?
I know we'll have to go investigate it.
Mind if I tag along?
Sure, we gotta lock up the vehicle anyways.
All right. We'll back you up.
You see the guy who's like getting out, so like locks it. Says it's on the other side of the bus. Go on and go check.
could I lift the keys from his pocket as he sort of
You can attempt to do this. Are you using telekinesis?
Yeah.
This will be a agility check.
Okay.
This is precision. This is pickpocketing.
alright. Straight roll. Nope, 4 and 2.
4 and 2. You clearly are like doing something.
Hmm.
And the guy feels his pocket shift and kind of stops, then looks over and sees you and says, "Hey, are you one of those psychics, right?"
What makes you say that? I just had a headache. I was just rubbing it.
Look, guys, this conversation's all well and good, but I'm gonna check out that banging noise. I'm a relatively new person to this whole thing, so expendable in case it's dangerous and you see a blood geyser come out the other side, well, heck, it's a bad scene.
All right. You see, he is very weirded out in this moment and kind of eyes towards the hangar and kind of walks that direction.
I don't get to make a roll.
And you can. What's your role trying to be?
Well, he's trying to convince the guys, calm down. What? I'm a new person.
This is a willpower.
Yeah, to de-escalate this incredibly escalating situation.
Yes.
Of look, there's weird bangs that happen out here. Lots of hinky stuff happens out in a junkyard. Let me check it out. I'm new, so I'm expendable, and it'll all be fine, right?
Yeah, make a willpower check.
Okay.
Don't forget the Markov experience, Wyatt.
I did, yeah.
Okay. That is a 5 and a 2, and then I get to add a 1, so that's an 8, which is a partial success. I am going to use lucky to make it a full success. Because all this stuff has been escalating, we can't escalate right now, so Mia has...
Yeah, you're heading toward DEFCON 1 already.
Yeah. So Mia wants that guy to stop moving towards the hangar. She wants BuddyBot to not do whatever wild thing BuddyBot seems to want to do. She just wants all this stuff to calm down and we can get back to the mission. And you all are putting Diamond back in this situation. I want you to know that. You're making her the responsible one. How dare you?
This is really funny to me.
Drinking tea.
Yeah, Renlar is doing nothing to escalate. Good job, Renlar.
Everybody stops what they're doing, and okay, yeah, let the newbie go check it out.
Yeah. And she just kind of walks off whistling, kind of twirling her baseball bat.
Yes.
What does she find when she gets around the side of the bus?
You pass by BuddyBot. He's just standing there still.
Hey, buddy. What you doing?
It's trying to make the perfect distraction for you. I planned a bomb. I'm also... Oh, I lower the volume of my voice. It's the little volume meter goes down, so it's a nice whisper. This guy discovered it, so I drugged him and then knocked him out. I was going to steal the car and drive away. The ultimate distraction. Then blow it up. Maybe I would be outside of the car when it exploded. Maybe not.
It's the fella.
In any case, it'll be a good distraction.
The fella's currently knocked out, though? He's in there knocked out?
I drugged him and smashed his head against the car.
Okay.
Does he require some more knockout, or...
I'm not.
He does not require any more knockout.
He says as he holds his head.
All right, Mia's going to go in and look at where the bomb is planted at this point. And is it in a super obvious damn place?
It isn't in a super obvious place. It's actually, it's not a bad spot to put a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that as he was placing it, someone walked around the corner, having spotted him, and saw him down there looking at something and pop back up.
Okay.
Really at this point, only the knocked out guy and Buddy and you know where the bomb is.
Okay. All right, so Buddy, we're not going to drive the bus away right now because that's going to make it real hard to steal anything. Okay, we're just going to leave the bomb where it is. This guy's nice and knocked out. We're going to bring him back back to his friend, and I'm going to try to improv some sort of lie as to how this guy got knocked out and drugged. I might associate it with the other guys that got drugged. That there might be somebody here doing some stuff. They're going to probably think it's us. That's what I would do. That
sounds plausible.
Yeah.
Would you like me to come with you, or should I sneak into the hangar?
Yeah, I think that maybe you want to go the other way from whatever way I'm going. I'm going to see if I can pick this feller up. She's got a 0 in strength, Patrick. I don't know how heavy this guy is.
Dice determine. You can carry him. It takes a little bit of effort, but yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna carry him out, all
Just
drugged and beat to shit. Well,
he just has a big contusion on one side of the face.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know who knocked your friend out, but between this and the drugged guys and the broken car, something weird's going on, y'all.
Baba Yaga. And my guy's like, yeah, Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga. Who's Baba Yaga?
Witch of the Woods.
That makes sense. Well,
Anyway,
that seems to be taken care of. We'll continue what we were doing, and
yeah.
you guys have a good day.
I mean, your friend here's gonna need some medical attention.
Oh yeah, we could
The guy with the clipboard's like walking
you know,
over and says, then
we could
take him with you to go.
along with the other two. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's not light. That's all.
Oh well, let me.
Would you
or
like me to
Renlar,
take
you
over?
want- Yeah.
Yeah, Renlar, you're a strong fella.
Right over the shoulder.
Good first day, y'all.
Yeah.
Is it always
Yeah,
like
so-
this? She says to like one of the guys that's like, hopefully de-escalated at this point.
Yeah, people are like, the guy who has the key to the armory, to the
Mhm.
magazines, like weirded out by all of this, but sufficiently not going to like raise any extra alarms. And the group's like, I mean, weird shit happens all the time. People fall over, car accidents happen, shit happens.
Yeah. Who
And
knows?
that's why we say Baba Yaga. Blame it on Baba Yaga.
Fair enough. I guess Baba Yaga's going around and giving people drugs today. I've got no idea.
Makes
Yeah,
as
that
much
sounds about
sense as
right.
anything.
She does like to give people drugs. Kind of like her. It's kind of like a deal.
There.
Alright.
That one's for
Um,
out of earshot of these guys. She goes, that went smoothly. Rolls her eyes while she's saying it with her aviator shades hide that she just rolled her eyes while saying it.
Yeah, that's sure smooth. Let's just go. Let's
Did
pick
it?
up the pace.
Did it really?
Let's just
Oh,
pick up the
right,
pace.
Renlar, it was
Pick up the
sarc-
pace.
Yeah.
Oh. He doesn't exaggerate it.
Your group hurries your mammoth into the garage, into Bay 33.
Hopefully Buddy's with us now.
Yes, Buddy. Like as you drive past it, a couple of car lengths over, Buddy just kind of saunters out and onto the back.
Buddy was
moving, like,
walking like super exaggerated tiptoes, like the way a little kid does when they're sneaking. Like,
Hall of the Mountain
and then-
Gods playing. Oh,
yeah, and then he sees the
Hall of
car.
Mountain
He
King,
like,
sorry.
yep, he super exaggeratedly like rolls over and extra stealthily like hops into the back and curls up and rides it in.
As you're sufficiently inside of the Ultras 2, though, alarms have been risen. People are suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been escalated yet. It's still the first alarm, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Warnings have been made.
We're
And,
more like a caution rather than.
Yeah,
rather-
we should.
Well, I feel like we would have gone into like DEFCON 2 at least before.
Yeah.
And I am using DEFCON properly, where 2 is severe.
Yes.
If Diamondback hadn't like de-escalated that, I feel like we would just have to abort.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we should probably not talk to anyone more people, or at least try not to run into any more people, as we do our stuff.
Yeah, whatever we do, let's just try to not bring extra attention. And I can't believe that I'm saying that, but like,
Yeah.
I gotta get into something a little less flashy. So once we can find some uniforms, I can get more into this whole leathers at the end of the world look.
Yes. As you all sort of are in there, you do recognize there's a number of vehicles currently being repaired that were at the Bujitan Auto Factory that your mammoth totaled.
Mm-hmm.
As you sort of pull up, one of these crews sort of walk out and says, another fucking one of these trucks broken down. Jesus Christ, they're so fucking unreliable.
No,
Yeah,
right?
Must be some.
Right.
Must be some Baba Yaga having around here.
Fucking Baba Yaga.
By the way, Patrick, I do want to note that I did in the last game talk about she had done the following things to the mammoth. Written Diamondback rules on the side of it with a Z, and
Yeah.
also put on the graffiti face that she puts all over the place to like basically taunt DeadSec.
Yeah, that's a good point. I make a roll. You all are all very lucky. I rolled an 11. The dust out here is very gritty, So like a lot of it's been kind of buffered off since it's like freshly done spray paint.
Yeah.
So it's still there but faint, and most people have not noticed it yet. You have to retouch it when you're done with this
Right.
job, but it's still there.
Yeah. It's like
Hooray for dust.
I think once
Well,
we-
there was
once
like a
we-
thing in the back of my head that's like, this is the reason I don't want, there's a reason I don't want to take the mammoth in, and I can't remember what it is. And like, oh, right, she wrote her name on it and put on her insult thing.
This is the fun. But then again, you also put it on a lot of things, not just things that you own. Like
Sure.
you do it to taunt them. So this could have been like you
Oh,
already
this,
hit
yeah.
the vehicle.
So
and
even
it's
if they
on
saw
them.
it, it's, you know, this is, oh, if that little punk that steals our stuff got to this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What the fuck did they steal this time?
Mhm.
That being said, you see that now you're in the sort of large hangar. It's maybe about a couple 100 feet long. There were other entrances further down, but they've been welded shut. The door hydraulic systems have been removed. Basically, short of taking, a thermal lens and carving your way in. Really, the only entrance into the hangar. Catwalks above to sort of allow easy travel amongst people. There are stairs that lead up, and you see there are in fact a large set of doors to the east on the first floor, and then two sets of doors on the upper levels, one to the north, one to the west. And these are all labeled. The west one is bridge, the north one is central hub, and the east one is engineering.
Well,
You walked in through
presumably
the south.
the core that we're looking for is probably bridge related, right?
Good chance.
Yeah.
And
And,
the life support systems are probably in engineering.
Engineering, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to split up, or should we do one at a time?
Let's.
After what just happened, should we be splitting up?
No,
right
we
now?
shouldn't split it anymore.
Here's the thing about the idea of splitting up.
The party.
I think the thing about splitting up is I don't really understand what we're looking for at all. So it would have to be me and Wyatt on one team and you and Renlar on the other, or alternately me and you on one team and Wyatt and Renlar on the other.
That sounds acceptable.
It's 2 data cores,
Uh,
and 1 life.
But if you'd
Question.
rather not split up, that is okay with me.
Yes, Marvin.
Could I use culture in any way to figure out like the general position of what we're looking for on a ship like this? Could I, Renlar, have read something as he was diving into the books?
Intelligence check, and you can definitely apply culture to this.
Well, it's a -1, but oh well. 2 and a 1. I'm gonna re-roll the 1. Hang on, my dice rolled off.
Yeah, because you're more
six?
than one set.
So it was a 6 and a 2, so -1, 7.
That's still a mixed success.
Yeah.
You imagine that, based on like the things you've read about old starships,
In comic books.
and in comic books, is that engineering's pretty close to the reactor, and like those areas are like core systems to a ship, probably life supports there. The bridge probably has a place for like data entry. So yeah, there's probably something up there. Like in comic books, you've read like any like virtual intelligence or artificial intelligence terminals are like in the bridge that communicate quickly with the bridge crews. Those sort of things.
So one thing we're looking for is in the bridge and the other's in engineering, sounds like.
Yes.
Yep.
Or the
This,
reactor.
this looks exactly
Yeah, the reactor,
like,
sorry.
This looks exactly like the ship in Galactic Revolution issue number 974.
I mean, look, the thing is, we're going to have to, chances are one of us is going to trip an alarm, right? I mean, if we want to get both the things, I hate the idea of splitting, but I think we are actually going to have to.
Yeah, all right.
Looking at the bridge, is this a thing where not being noticed going to the bridge is going to be pretty difficult?
Going to the bridge, probably not. But once you get on there, there might be that's where the difficulty starts.
Okay. Because no matter what, the life support system is going to be big. We know that. The other object might be smaller.
Good chance.
Data cores.
Data cores
Yeah,
are
there's-
generally
data
not
cores.
big things.
Right. So here's going to be my suggestion is that who all's good at based off of her observations, does anybody else in this group seem particularly agile?
I have an agility of 0 and nothing in athletics.
Yeah. same.
yeah. Same with old buddy. Got the
Okay, so
agility of
literally
0.
nobody has good agility. Okay, so it's her.
Nope.
Here's what I'm going to suggest. We still have those communicators, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to go up there by myself. You're going to tell me how to find the thing that I'm trying to find. Okay. I'm less likely to be spotted if I'm just on my own. The rest of you go ahead down and get the big thing that there's no way to sneak with.
Like an agreeable plan. I'll get the cards.
Wait,
Look,
what
Wyatt,
part
I
are you
know
talking
I'm dumber than a pounded thumb, but I'm going to just rely on you being smart enough to know what the hell I'm trying to get in there.
I mean, sure about this? If you run into trouble, I mean, I know it's less likely, but I don't want to leave you alone. And
I've taken on worse things with less than a bunch of dead sec people. Okay?
I,
So, all right.
So obviously she's taking one of the communicators, Patrick.
Yes.
like, if shit hits the fan, you bolt.
Every plan of doing so.
Live up to your name, Mia Nast. Live up to the name Diamondback.
She gives a little salute, not too big because she doesn't want everybody else in the hangar to notice.
Fair.
And she's going to try to, walk casual into the bridge, because you said it's not going to be a big thing getting in, it's going to be getting out. That's the trick.
Yeah. You sort of head off from the group and make your way up to the door that leads to the bridge. Doors open, allows you to sort of walk in. You see that there's obviously patrols moving around the ship, but like no one's like people aren't like walking around like with guns drawn, but you do see like instead of like weapons slung to the side, they're now slung in front. So clearly some sort of alarm has begun to pass through the ship and some there's increased security, as it were.
She's going to wait it. She's going to find a little place to hide in, you know what I mean? Because she's not very big. Gonna wait until there's nobody around to see, and also hopefully enough for the rest of the group has started moving into the ship more, and that's when she'll communicate out so you can focus on the other three first.
Okay.
Unless you need me to roll something for hiding first.
Not in this moment. This seems pretty straightforward what you're trying to do.
Okay.
Sort of like duck into like an alcove.
Mhm.
The three of you break off and head eastward towards the towards engineering. You sort of head through these. There's obviously a large set of doors that are kind of open. As you walk in, you see engineering itself is this long, chamber that kind of runs the rest of the width of the ship. There's workbenches, there's fabricators, there's printers, all manner of storage containers and closets. The two things you do know, well, I guess three things. First is that there are a number of robed DedSec people, and they have masks on and like different like appendages kind of on their helmets, and they don't work with their hands. You see they have these gloves that are kind of adjusting things that are floating. Like there's a whole group of semi-psychics who work here. Whether it's the equipment they're wearing or some innate thing, you're not entirely certain. It does feel vaguely familiar. Why?
Okay.
Beyond them, you see kind of posted off to the side next to a storage closet that is labeled hauling sleds. You see two Gorilla class heavy loading units, these sort of mech bodies that you can climb into and basically use as power suits to lift heavy objects.
Wow.
Further beyond that is a door that leads to the reactor core.
All right,
So,
so we'll
one
need to
of us
get into.
should grab one of those.
Yep.
He sort of, Wyatt keeps sort of looking at the other guys with the helmets and just like, that's so weird. That's so familiar. Let's just go.
Probably
We
at
wanna
about
grab-
this.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
It's probably
Oh,
about this time that you just hear the walkie-talkie make a click, and that is it. Nothing else.
Okay.
Because she's basically letting you know I can talk,
mhm.
but if you can't, just whenever.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Rather than just going like it's me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's just like
We grab one of those power loaders.
Yep,
I know I want to do
that's-
this fast. Sounds like Diamondback's doing her job, so we have to be ready to move.
Yeah, I'm
willing
guessing
to
we're sort of like distance away from the guys working.
The guys are working on maybe like 40 feet away. There's like a big on one wall are like his storage containers, and a
Mhm.
section of like trucks and other things to sort of pass through, and then all the workbenches on one side. They seem
Okay.
to have noticed your group, but they're not like openly hostile. They're maybe just curious.
So I think we'll just sort of. So, I have an idea of like what we're looking for. So, I'm just gonna sort of like casually sort of walk over towards the loader and sort of head in the direction of where I would think the life support system would be.
You head over to one of the loaders. Big suit of power armor. Are you trying to climb in and use it?
I mean, we'll probably need at least one of them. So,
I'm willing to climb in. If anyone else
Yeah, I feel like
wants
it.
to stay.
Not to totally metagame it, but it might be better for Renlar climbing because Wyatt still needs to give Mia instructions on what to do in the bridge.
yeah, right. So I would motion to Renlar to sort of, once he gets here, I'm sure I would sort of give him a rundown on how the suit works and just be like, all right, I'm gonna head further in and sort of duck behind and answer Mia.
Hey, so I'm up in the bridge. Everybody around here, they got their guns on the front, like they know something's up, like you were mentioning earlier. Can you tell me what exactly I'm looking for, and are you near getting those life supports?
Yeah, we're in engineering. Looks like there's some power loaders, so we can use that to get the life support. But what you're looking for is you're gonna want to get to. I'm going to describe what she needs to get to.
Yes. I'd say you probably have come across a number of dead power cores, data cores in the past.
Mhm.
What they are sort of like these crystalline lattice boxes that have metal sort of like handles on each side, and ports along the top to sort of plug things in. They're not heavy, but they're not concealable. Like it's like yay big.
Okay.
Can I say that she took something to carry them in with her? I
Take a
can spend
bag.
a supply if you want.
No, if like a bag, no.
Okay. With that description, can she find it easily enough?
Yeah, you head into the bridge. The doors slide open. A pair of guards, sort of not like directly on each side, but like a little further down. You see the bridge of this ship, a large sort of circular space, set of bay windows on the front that sort of overlook the wastes. There's maybe about a dozen dead set guys and 6 of these strange cloaked individuals that Mia has now just seen. Masks,
Hmm.
all the mechanical bits on them, working on a central holographic terminal. And you see they have a working on they have like a digital map of someone you don't recognize, but based on like the ruinous aspects of it, it's probably somewhere deep in the eastern ruins. Large buildings. That's probably the Alark manufacturing plant. They seem to be planning a big job to go in there. This is them gearing up for a big assault. On the far end, all of this kind of backlit by the backed by the big glass windows, is a throne of mechanical devices, car parts that have been sort of grafted and welded together, with sort of lights glowing on the inside, including one perfectly square box right where the throne sits, kind of right between the legs. You see up there is the Road Warrior.
Okay. Now, quick question. Were they all distracted with something else when the doors opened, or are they all just suddenly looking straight at her?
Everybody is currently working on their project. The 2 guards do notice you immediately. Like they clock you as having walked in the room. But they're not like going to stop you.
Okay. She's just gonna walk casual.
Okay. Are you trying to sneak up to the throne?
That would be the idea, but is there a way to do that? Like, now that she's in here, I think what she wants to do is figure out, okay, there's a ton of people in this bridge. She's not communicating any of that back.
Yeah.
Is there another way of getting to that throne that doesn't involve walking straight through the room?
You could probably skirt the edges, kind of like the guardrails that exist around the different tiers, and like at a certain point, like duck and move beyond them. If you time it right, like when they're not when the guards near the door aren't looking, it's possible. It would require a check though.
Yeah, understood.
To be a agility check.
Okay. I mean, she can't really communicate back with everybody else what she's doing at this point, so
yeah,
I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
Already blew luck, so
You might.
no, she gets. Yeah, that was bad.
Do you have sneak?
Okay.
Huh? I don't. No, I don't.
Oof, what'd you roll?
6.
6.
Marked potential.
Yeah. So it's okay. It tells the narrative. Look, trying to sneak across a room filled with people is not something that's easily doable. So I was halfway expecting this result, no matter what.
You get around the edge. You sort of duck down and kind of make your way across and get to the back side of this throne, which was built here essentially. You just kind of begin to climb up, looking for any port on the back to sort of pull it the other direction. You see a shadow looming over you.
Which you can't be surprised.
Oh no, yeah, that's why you're not surprised by this. You look up and you see the Road Warrior has turned around and is looking at you.
Oh no.
The Road Warrior.
Well, is this Diamondback I see in front of me?
Well, here's the thing about it.
He's gonna grab you and just throw you over.
Yeah, before he does any of that, because I get the drop on him instead, because that is how the move works directly. I cannot be surprised if somebody would surprise you. You get to jump on them instead.
Neither of you are surprised by this. This is still the consequence of your failure.
Okay, gotcha. So this isn't a surprise. Understood.
It's not a surprise. He just bodily grabs you and flips you over the throne, and you just kind of tumble down. So you're now in the middle of the room. Not any damage. That's kind of where your predicament is. As he sort of is standing there, and you see between his legs is the glowing box, which could just pull out.
Yeah, no, she's gonna just grab it and try to move.
Okay. Before we go into that, I do want to go with the other group.
Let's do it.
You're currently in a very bad position.
Yes, I'm in a terrible position, I am aware.
Splitting the party. The other
The
group.
joys of party splitting.
Renla, you hop into the seat of the loader, the power loader. You follow the instructions that Wyatt told you, but none of the panels are lighting up.
Nothing.
And one of these robed individuals kind of hears you flicking with things and kind of turns around and says, "Excuse me, are you certified to use the power loaders?"
Well, I was told get in one of these things and move something, but they didn't exactly tell me how to use it. Would you happen to know?
Well, certainly, yes. They're currently, there's no batteries in them. Keep them in the hauler sled. May I ask who give you the request to use the power loader?
I'm not exactly sure. I'm rather new here. I just do what I'm told, to be honest.
Right.
Had some fine tea.
Make me a willpower check.
Righto. Yeah. 3 and a 4 plus 1. 8.
8. He sort of looks at you and says, I don't know specifically who you're talking about. There's a number of tea and joys in this crew, as it were.
As I said, I'm new. I'm just doing what I told. I figured that would be the best thing.
Do you mind climbing out of it while we figure this out?
That would be nice, but how do I climb out of this thing? I'm kind of stuck in here.
Wyatt, buddy.
Renlar's just playing dumb. He's trying to stay in this thing.
Yeah.
This guy can clearly tell you're playing dumb, but you're not. You don't have to get out.
Can Buddy Bot get a battery and give it to or where's Buddy Bot? Did he go with Wyatt?
Nearby.
Yeah.
Okay, so he mentioned the batteries are in the sled, right?
They're in the storage closet with the sleds.
Okay, can I just rush over, grab a battery, rush back, slam it in, and then get to the power thing is power?
You head over to the door and you see it's password protected. There's a code lock on it.
Dang. Okay, can Buddy hack it?
Certainly can, yes.
All right, is that what is that going to be? Intelligence with tech, maybe?
Could be.
Yeah, I'd say.
It's what it was for my character.
Or science, maybe?
Yes.
I got them both. So.
No, yeah, messing with technology. Yeah, this is intelligence.
Nice. Intelligence, so I can re-roll one with tech?
Yes, you can.
Awesome. Ooh, no need to re-roll. That is a 10.
A 10. Perfect. You're not going to crit fish?
Can you even crit fish? Did you even roll a 6?
I did not. It's a 5 and a 3.
Okay,
so
then it's impossible to crit fish, so there's not really a temptation, is there?
I got him to consider. You roll up and quickly pop the faceplate off this and begin to interface with the actual electronics underneath while this guy is currently being distracted by Renlar. You're able to pop open the lock.
Awesome. I'll grab a battery and dash back to Renlar.
The batteries are big. The batteries are about 40 to 50 pounds. They're massive they're 3 or 4 times the size of a car battery.
Whoa.
How much
can Buddy carry that, or does?
What's your strength? Is it a
plus
what's your
one?
Plus 1. Yeah, with a +1 you can carry it.
All right, he'll haul it back to the. Oof, he'll haul it back to the power loader.
You haul it back, and you see these hauling sleds are heavy duty, they're designed to carry multiple tons of machinery on each sled, so might be useful also.
Ooh, oh, so do these sleds, are they wheeled or are they hovering?
They're hover.
Okay. Can Buddy put the battery on it, jump onto it himself, kick off, and kind of skateboard down the hallway with it?
This will be an agility check.
Okay, it's a 0. I don't know. Do I really want to roll just because it's like a cool thing? Yes, I do.
Yes.
Can I do science or tech with it? Because it's a failure right now with a 6.
I mean, he is trying to work with a machine right now.
Yeah.
What you're describing is athletics, so let's
This
be
is
real.
very much an athletic skill check.
All right. Well,
That's right, buddy.
Buddy's gonna face plant on this. As he tries to skateboard with his hover sled, he's gonna face plant with it.
Use faceplant, make my mark potential, mark your experience. As
All
the battery
right.
kind of
That's my potential. Good point.
battery someone tumbles off the loader and kind of onto the ground.
Should I mark some damage?
No, just you're finding yourself in a bad position as the not just the minder that was talking to Renlar, but another one kind of turns over to see the clattering noise. Wyatt, is there anything you'd like to do?
I think at this point, yeah, I'm just gonna, just be like, dang it, Bud, why did you have to go and mess things up? And I'm going to try and lift it up as what with telekinesis and get it the rest of the way.
Yes, lift
Yeah,
it up,
no,
slam it into the armor. Give me life.
You lift up the battery using telekinesis. The minders all just gasp and look towards you as you slam it in the back of this thing. Renlar, the panels all come to life. As you have full control over this thing now.
Yeah, I look at the minders and I'm like, what? Can't you guys do that too?
No, we can't.
Well, your equipment is very
The
familiar.
chosen one, the chosen one, the chosen one.
And he's gonna be like, yes, he's the chosen one.
Have I seen? Okay, you said that this was familiar. Can I, at this point, try and remember like what these minders are?
Yes. Make me this is a intelligence roll.
Nope. 4.
Or
Could Buddy roll, like using the knowledge that he's picked up in his memory banks?
certainly yes. You can roll me intelligence.
All right, I do have a +2, so because I really want to solve this mystery. So, and Buddy wants to add to the ruse after he totally messed up. That is a crit.
That's a crit.
2 6s plus 14 total.
No
Okay.
fishing needed.
Wyatt, you got your psionic powers through augmentation, correct?
Yeah, it was a intelligence core of one of the bots.
This seems to be they're like built out of parts from a similar machine. They seem to and Buddy, you're getting this this is clearly experimental technology that they're working with, and whatever Wyatt's got going on was maybe the only successful part of the project. These guys have knockoffs, and it has affected their minds because a lot of those pieces of metal you see in details on their masks, that's not their masks, that's their faces. These are extreme body modifications to these individuals.
Oh.
Self-inflicted.
Oh.
They have lesser forms of psychic powers. They just have psionics.
So I think Buddy will be like, friends, when it comes to psychics, you guys are. He's trying to think of a term they would understand. You guys are the Charmanders. He's the Charizard.
Yeah.
So I would suggest either standing aside or helping him out.
I'll stand up in the power loader. I would suggest helping him out.
Oh, so cool.
They all like these two step back and like in a way. They're not going to actively help. They're not going to hinder you at all.
Nice.
I gotta move a complication later on. It will
Great.
be. They will not interfere with your escape.
Great.
Cool.
As yeah. That's why it could have been. Um. Hell yeah. Your group can head down towards the reactor unaccosted with the heavy loader and the sled, power loader and the sled. As you head into the reactor chamber, you see this sort of like this dome-shaped chamber with all this sort of like protection around it. The reactor itself is kind of in the center, and it has a number of these sort of modules that are plugged into it, kind of around it, and creating this ring. You do see there's one they're all labeled. A lot of them are currently inoperable because the parts that would control them are that they control are gone, like weapons and weapons, shields, engines, thrusters. Those things are all gone. But you do see life support. The life support module is here.
Okay.
You see the life support module here, and you're able to begin to investigate. I do want to switch back over to Mia just for a little bit before the end of the session here.
Thank you.
Mia, you are currently standing in the middle of this group. Everybody except for the Road Warriors currently alarmed at suddenly you being thrown into the center of this chamber.
Okay, so she's nowhere near the box anymore. Is that correct?
You're about like 7 or 8 feet from it.
Okay. She doesn't feel like she has any way of grabbing it. And you correct me if I'm wrong about this, Patrick, but running back in to try to grab it and then running out is going to just get her caught.
You don't know that until you roll the dice.
True.
You think you probably could grab it and bolt. You're quick.
Okay.
This is your bread and butter. You
Okay, so it's not bolted in or any. It's not bolted in. It's something she can just literally grab.
They plug and play. This is like, I don't know if you've ever seen like how servers work, like the server trays.
Yeah.
You can just remove those.
All right. Well, she's gonna try for it.
Okay. This is an agility check.
It is,
Athletics,
and it's
if you got
probably
it.
athletics. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I've got a 4 and a 3, and I get to add 2 to that, so that puts me at a 9.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the partial success because I'm guessing the partial success might be she gets shot, and I'm okay with that.
You run up, you grab it, and you yank it out and like tumble backwards, just trying to put as much space between you and the Road Warrior. You stumble down, you hit your back against the table. The Road Warrior doesn't have any guns. Reaches in to like the pile of debris that he's made this from, and just pulls out a like baseball-sized piece of metal and just throws it at you. Just it's nothing too much. This is gonna be 3 points of damage.
Her armor soaks one of those,
Yes.
so it's not so bad.
Hitting you straight in the chest, knocking the wind out of you for a moment. As he yells, "All right, this one is mine."
Oh dear.
She's gonna like do a quick roll and like both fingers and like and try to run. But we can resolve that later. I just if
yeah.
you want to get back, or we can do it now. Either way, but
I think with you like hopping over and bolting for the exit, with him chasing behind you is a good place to leave for the cliffhanger for tonight because we're almost out of time.
What a cliffhanger!
yeah, we are almost out of time.
But at least you are like.
Thank you for letting me that roll in
You're
before.
fine.
Okay.
I want to make sure that we hit like good cliffhangers. The other group, as you walk in there, you can see there's an emergency release on the module. So basically, pull the lever and quick detach everything and yank it out. However, there's a sign that says, "Use of emergency release during core running may lead to supercritical activation."
Does that
As
mean
in-
it will explode or the ship will explode?
The ship will explode.
Okay.
So
There's a
don't
terminal
just-
nearby. You can attempt to wind down the core.
Okay.
We'll turn off all power, and everybody will know something's going on.
Well, it's either that or. Okay, so would I know that the explosion, would that be immediate or would that be.
It would take some time.
No, it takes some time.
Okay, so Wyatt will be like. Okay, so we can yank it now. It'll take a little bit for it to explode. If we yank it now, we can go, or I could try and power it down, but that's also going to cause power to go, and we'll need to bolt either way. How do you want to do this?
I think we should power it down because if it blows up and we're in it, we will also blow up.
But it won't blow up immediately, and we could take them down before they ever become a threat later down the line.
Oh. I actually like that idea because that creates an even bigger explosion. So yeah, let's just take it and then go as fast as we can.
Before we do anything, we should contact Mia.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she's doing great.
Okay. So.
If you try to contact her, you just get silence.
Yeah, but.
That's worrying.
Yeah, no, Wyatt will just be like, all right, we're gonna yank life support. There's gonna be an explosion. Run.
Let's do it.
All right.
So.
Renlar's yanking it out.
Yep.
So you put the hauling sled underneath. Pull the emergency release. You hear as a bunch of like explosive bolts that detonate to sort of quickly uncouple it. And all the lights in the building go red as a warning blares. Alert! Alert! Ship approaching supercritical levels. Evacuate! 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 Alert! Alert! And begins to loop that through. Mia, you are like booking up for the exit, and all the lights turn red. All of power is like things kind of begin to like go staticky along terminals, as clearly something has happened in the reactor core. And the Road Warrior screams out in frustration. And I think we're gonna call it there tonight. As next time you pick up, the ship is gonna blow. I don't have a title for it just yet, but let's make one. It's called Sky High.
Love it.
Let's hope that none of you go that direction yourselves.
This is gonna blow. All right, guys. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, that was a little. I think every single one of you did something a little unruly this time. Almost every single one. It's usually predominantly a couple people, but I think everybody did.
The normally unruly one had to like be the calm one.
Yeah,
and she
but-
didn't like it. She
True.
didn't like it at all.
But it was just, yeah, it was something. I mean, even Wyatt got a little frisky there. So that was pretty dope. I thought that was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
So thanks, guys. Thanks for creating this brainchild. Thank you guys for showing up. Welcome back, Renlar, Marvin, and everybody. If you're watching this, notices he's nice and shaved today and looks really sharp. We did talk about that. Looking good. Not like this muff over here. But
You don't.
I'm leaning into it, man. I'm leaning into it. So thanks everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for playing the game, guys. From what I understand, we're coming back. We're going through on Tuesdays unless life happens. But stay tuned for that. So in between tonight, Tuesday night, and next Tuesday night, make sure to pull up a chair and make
And
time on the
make
tabletop.
the tabletop.
We'll see you all
Now I
very,
too
very
have cool facial hair.
Yes, you do.
I don't know what I don't know what defines cool, but yes,
Mustache.
she has facial hair.
Mustaches.
Mustache. 100%.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, everyone. Bye bye.
Good night, everybody.